My 5 greatest stories. Number 5.
We talked about being crazy, and if I wasn't crazy, I would have done some of the things I did, including building the first live-in tennis sports academy of the world. But what's important, when you do crazy things, you cannot fear failure. No one person can do it by themselves. So everybody, these youngsters didn't get there by accident. But also remember something. Nick didn't do it alone. I did it with a dedicated staff. You must surround yourself with a staff that's willing to go the extra mile. And I can remember Julio Moros asking me the following questions. Nick, what time do we work? 24 hours a day. Do we have a vacation? What's a vacation? Nick, how much do we get paid? We'll talk about that later. How I built the academy that first started at the Colony Beach Hotel. And I can remember your dad, Gabe there and Greg there, and all wondering, what is this crazy guy going to do again? But I tell you one thing they all look forward to. When the surf was up, baby, we're all in the surf. So when I finally left Dorado Beach after about 15 years, I started camps. One up in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. And then one day, I said, gee whiz, we ought to start an academy. Because the first academy was my home on Longboat Key. And who were the first 2 live-ins? Carly Bassett and Jimmy Arias, who is now the director of the IMG tennis programs. Now, from the Colony, we went to a motel. From a motel, about 40 acres came available on 34th Street in Bradenton. And yes, I bought it. And Mr. Marks lent me $2 million. And we bought about 40 acres. And we built the first live-in tennis academy of the world. And 60 Minutes said, this man is crazy. Because to do what I did, you have to be crazy.
Number 4.
I remember that 60 Minutes expose. Can you talk a little bit about what that did for the academy?
Yeah.
It exposed it. And you know what happened? My mother, God bless her, was watching it. And a sports psychologist was being interviewed by Morley Safer. The sports psychologist said, Nick Bollettieri is crazy. Yes, I am. Nick beats his students up. Nick Bollettieri doesn't feed them. Nick Bollettieri makes them wash his cars. That I did. Guess what? My mother, God bless her, began cursing at the television in Italian. And she said to my father, a quiet man, who was the youngest man to graduate Fordham pharmaceutical business. Jimmy, why are they talking about our son this way?
Yeah, well, the next week you were full.
Listen to what my daddy said in a low voice. Mary, if you ain't nobody going to talk about you. And whatever they say, you say, grazie, thank you, and move on, baby. And that's what I did.
I like that. That's a wise perspective to have. Any press is good press.
You're darn right. Because, baby, they're thinking about you. And you know what proved out to be? Everybody copied me, baby. Look, if you have a court in your backyard, it's an academy. Oh, are you kidding me?
Number 3.
About 5'2" in size. The boy is skinny building. I heard a little bit about this boy from Buffalo. So I said, why don't you go down to court 3 and hit a few balls with Mike DePalma Jr., one of my coaches. Nick was able to pay attention to his court on the next to the stadium court. Left eye on my lesson, right eye watching this boy. All of a sudden, I said, what the heck is that? Called all the coaches. We all ran down to court 3. This kid had a cockamamie grip holding underneath, wrapped it around the back of his head, jumped off his feet. I called everybody. And I said, coaches, that's the Bollettieri killer forehand. Who was that person? Jimmy Arias.
Number 2.
Many years ago, we're at the French Open and was sitting on a bench. And Arthur said to me, Nick, what are we going to do about the thousands of boys and girls that never get to hit a ball? Don't worry about it, Arthur. We started the Ash Bollettieri program in Newark, New Jersey, with Bob Davis being the head director. And as we walked into the park with police guarding us into this inner city poor area, Arthur looked over his shoulders and said, Nick, are we coming back? I said, Arthur, yes, we are. We cannot give children a one-day false festivity and not follow up. So we ran that program for 13 years, and now I am proud to say that once again, Bob Davis is with us, and we're running the Bollettieri Tennis and Learning Program in the Florida area. We're starting in Sarasota, Bradenton, and we will expand. And this program will be totally free again.
Number 1.
You know, I think enjoying life is so important. All of you coaches, parents, kids, business people, whoever you are, look in the mirror before you go to sleep. Who do you see, or who would you want to see? Be honest with yourself and do a little better the next day. Remember, don't try to become successful overnight. That's luck, baby. You become successful by work, patience, surrounding yourself with a dedicated staff, and also understand and accept that failures are part of successes, but you never stop. So everybody, that's Nick Bollettieri. And I'm going to tell you something right now. When I look in the mirror, I say, Nick, you'll be 90 years old next year. You're looking good, baby. So God bless you, everybody.